Greetings and salutations, my brother from another mother. It's your boy Jordie Jordan, aka Wings of Redemption. And I was watching the internet the other day. I seen Xcal almost break the scoreboard with the Sheva. And you know your boy gotta get on that action too. So I got on the beta. This is beta PC footage. And I wanted to see if I could break the scoreboard too. This is one of the gameplays I got in an attempt to do that. Spoiler alert. Doesn't fucking happen. But good ass gameplay regardless. I can't tell you how much I actually commend the Black Ops 3 beta. I've got almost a terabyte of footage. I spent the last week of my life pretty much just grinding footage for this game. And I enjoyed this Call of Duty so much. And like, it's not even a fake. I'm not even front. I ain't got no motherfucking Microsoft money in my pocket. I ain't got no damn Activision money chingling in my pocket. This is legitimately, this is one of the funnest Call of Duties I've ever played. And kind of a disclaimer out there. It's hard to go back and play other Call of Duties because this game is so smooth and it plays so well that it makes other games feel slow in comparison. You can go back and play Advanced Warfare, and if you go back and play Advanced Warfare, which to this date was the fastest Call of Duty, it will feel like you're standing still because it's not as smooth and fluid as this game right here. It is such a joy to play, and I want to talk about a little bit how the guns vary to make it a unique experience that sets it onto its own island. I am onto an island. The reason it's so good is, like, for example, the shitty foul is what Xcal likes to call it. It is one of the most, it's one of the funner's a word. It's one of the most fun weapons I've ever used in a Call of Duty game. Why? Because it's unique. Most of the assault rifles, like the HVK-30 or like the ARC-7, they have a recoil pattern that's unique to themselves. Like beforehand, like a game like Modern Warfare 3, you had the sway pattern that would work with each gun, and it pretty much worked the same. You'd hold the gun still, and it'd be still for a little bit, and then it would start to sway. Well, on Black Ops 3, each gun has its own kind of like sway pattern. They went to another level of meticulous detail, and that could be where all that time is. I had a concern of like, what the hell did you guys do, Chick? And then I like, well, you get the same reload animation, but some guns have 2 or 3 reload animations. Like, for example, if you look right here with the Extendo Mag, foul, or Sheva, you'll notice that he actually flips the magazine a little bit when he actually reloads it. And like, he has 2, I can think there's 3 different ones for the Sheva that I know of, based off of just the animations, like fast mags, extended mags, regular magazine, and things like that. So there's probably 3 animations per gun, and that's something I didn't know at the time I was making the actual commentary. And Big Day came through big with this. But like the FAL, for example, it's supposed to be a marksman weapon. So its big advantage is, and I keep calling it the FAL, the Sheva, and its big advantage is actually that it has a one-shot headshot if you use the perk High Caliber. I'm using the word perk, but it's actually an attachment. High Caliber makes this weapon so good for a defensive play style that it's almost a must-have. It's almost like toughness in Black Ops 2. You almost must have it because it kind of equals the playing field versus other assault rifles because it has such a regulated rate of fire. But as long as you keep your gun sight high, you can pretty much dominate anybody, especially on clipping spots. And that's what I pretty much tried to do the entire time, because since it has very little idle sway and has a one-shot headshot up, I don't know the actual drifter numbers of it, but it's a pretty long way. It'll reach across the B flag and touch you. And it's a fucking beautiful weapon. It's a beautiful weapon. It's a gun that if you didn't try it, you should try it if you decide to buy Black Ops 3, which Black Ops 3, coming into this game, hated it. Hated it. This is the first game I will admit I was wrong about. I was wrong about it, and I will admit it straight up to your motherfucking face. I said that it's not going to flow well. The double jump's going to really mess up the way the map flows, just like it did in Advanced Warfare. And I've been right every fucking year to the T. That's why I almost was like, I'm not even buying this shit. Not even going to buy it. I know what it's going to be. It's going to be frustration. It's going to be pain, and it's going to be no enjoyment. There's 2 Call of Duties I never got any enjoyment out of, and sadly, both of those Call of Duties had Sledgehammer tagged to it in some way, shape, or form. I understand that people consider Infinity Ward worked on the multiplayer while Sledgehammer did the single player of Advanced Warfare. But you can't prove that motherfucking shit. because that shit was garbage. I didn't like Advanced Warfare. I didn't like Advanced Warfare. I didn't like Modern Warfare 3. Sledgehammer was in on both of those. And it's funny that how they tagged in both of those fucking Call of Duty. Fucking terrible. People dog Ghost all the damn time. But Ghost at least... Here's the thing with Ghost. Ghost was just in the wrong timeline. Ghost, if you played Ghost after Call of Duty 4, it would have been revolutionary. If Ghost was the follow-up to Call of Duty 4 or World at War, it would have been revolutionary. People would have loved that shit to death. The kill streaks would have been unique and inventive. The maps would have been flowing right. The guns and hit detection would have been spot on. And nobody would have sat there and complained about it. But the fact is, Ghost followed up Black Ops 2. Which Black Ops 2 was a good game in itself. But it ran on a really shitty engine. It ran on the World at War engine, which... Trust me, I know, believe me, I love World at War. I think it's a wonderful game, and I think the engine is a wonderful situation, but it has problems. It has hitbox problems, it has hit registration problems, it has rate of fire tagged to your actual damage, it has, with the hitbox scan registry problems, it actually caused it so that more bullets you'd actually miss bullets that you actually hit. All these problems aside, Black Ops 2 still turned out to be a great game, and it created a game that was fast-paced. It created a game that was fun to play. It had a bunch of really cool kill streaks, and it hit that perfect balance with a lot of things. And if you're anything like me, it had league play, and I'm not talking about Advanced Warfare, fucking skill-based MLG Sweatfest league play called the Public Playlist. I'm talking about actual league play where they played you through leagues. And there was and it gave you a real sense of satisfaction. And not only that they brought it to your actual scorecard as well. Which is probably about my only complaint I've had with Black Ops 3 thus far, is the lack of an actual combat record for other people to see. And I know well, it promotes camping. No, it doesn't, motherfucker. I don't know if you actually go out there and look and notice. Most people that camp have a terrible KD. And the reason they have a terrible KD is because camping is a necessity for them and not an activity. I don't know if you guys ever watch Sagan Mad Raj. I mean, I watch him. I think he does wonderful videos. He claims he's the #1 camper on YouTube, but you know about your boy. You know, I had this camping shit locked down before Coleman went in business. But he talks about how he doesn't need to camp. And most really good campers don't need to camp. Camping comes out of necessity. You can't win a gunfight. You want to kill people. You don't know how to kill people. You don't understand map flow. You don't understand gun recoil. Maybe your connection is really bad. I started camping because I played on a really shitty connection where this is my business line. And I used to love to snipe. I sniped. I was a hardcore Ghost Warrior type MLG fucking Doritos in my goddamn mouth camping motherfucker. And I did that, and I looked at myself as almost as an elitist. Because I remember saying to my motherfucking self, but I remember this shit uttered out my goddamn mouth. Listen, it goes something like this. It goes, you a reg gun user. I've said those motherfucking words. I want to slap myself. I would slap my goddamn self if I go back in time talking that shit. But, with that being said, I'm not retarded. I'm not literally full-blown retard. I didn't go full retard. I actually have a brain in my head, and I actually conformed and slowly molded myself. And I took what I knew in the game, how to line up lines of sight, how to basically manipulate people's movement, how people move through the map, and I implemented it with regular guns, something like the Sheva or like an XM8 or something like that. It's more of like a marksman type weapon. And I regulated it so that I played my playstyle around that. And as you play a game, and if you play the game as long as I have, you actually get better at other aspects of the game. Once you learn where people go, it's kind of easy to learn how to follow them and line them in their back. And the biggest tip I can ever give anybody that wants to play Call of Duty is just don't get fucking mad. There was a guy who played with me. He's a fucking beast. He is a monster of a player, dropping 90 bombs, dropping nuclears left and right. Good ass PC player. But he gets frustrated when he starts to do bad. And I'm not going to call out names because I don't want to put him on the spot. And when you're frustrated, you don't play up to your ability. And that's the thing that I learned as an adult. And as I learned, most likely, like, the numbers don't matter as much. Like here, this year, I'm more concerned about keeping a 2 KD than a 3, because like there was one video that XCal did that kind of changed my mind about how I see KD spread and numbers and things of that nature. It's called, the video that XCal did is called "The Greatest Combat Record in Call of Duty History," and I thought, he's gonna show his kill. He's gonna show his record off. But I think XCal's rocking like a 415 or something like that on PC. I think I was rocking like a 350. I'm not trying to compare myself to XCal. XCal would fucking mop the floor with me on PC. I'm gonna put that out there right now. His aim is so fucking on point, and I'm over here using a PS4 controller. So it is what it is. But I hold my own on PC. You're not gonna find too many lobbies where I'm getting fucking crushed. It just doesn't happen. But regardless, he showed a guy that used nothing but shotguns, nothing but UAV, counter UAV, and napalm strike, and had a 2.12. I might be wrong. It might be 234 KD, and he played the objective like a motherfucker. This is on Black Ops 1 now. And I'm like, that's fucking awesome. I would like to have that guy on my team. A guy that ran shotguns the entire time. Almost the entire time he played, because he did it because he enjoyed it. It looked like he literally enjoyed that playstyle, which I enjoy the shotgun playstyle too. That's why I had so many shotgun clips. And to constantly give your team UAVs, counter UAVs, and a chance to win, that's a motherfucker I can get down with. And I want to be that motherfucker. That's who I want to be when I play video games. I want to be the tank. I want to be the support mage. I want to be the cleric. I want to be that person that people want on their team. And that's kind of what I changed my playstyle to. And that's why you see me play the objective a hell of a lot more now than you ever used to see me play when I used to play back in Modern Warfare 2 and things like that, where all I cared about was KD. And it kind of shows you how you grow as a person. Other than that, here's some proper beard care. Hey, play Our Lady Peace is Clumsy. Whoa, 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 whoa! Greetings and salutations, my brother from another mother. Welcome back to another gameplay commentary from your boy Wings of Redemption. I want to go ahead and talk about something a little off cue today. We're going to have some beta footage right here in the background for you to enjoy. Hopefully you like it. Sorry about the map is the same as the last one, but there's only like 4 maps in rotation when the beta was out, so they're pretty much all going to be about the same. I mean, just different scores. I think I busted almost a 70 bomb out on this one. Very good game. Had a lot of time, had a lot of fun playing this game. But I want to talk about something a little bit more important than actual Call of Duty. I want to chime in on some things that's been going on in the actual social media, and I'm hoping you guys will follow me. Alright, there's a couple issues. I'm hoping to address both of them in this video, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on each one of them. But I just want to get my say out there and get what I wanted to think. First one is the shooting that happened a week or so ago, a couple weeks ago. I don't know the timeline. I lose track of days. But whatever. I hear a lot of it, and I see a lot of it on YouTube. It's the WDBJ. Yeah, I think it's WDBJ shooting. It's basically a homosexual black man. And trust me, it hurts me to even say it like this. A homosexual black man shot 3 white people, and he filmed himself doing that. And I don't like putting it that way, because it's not really that. That's the issue they want you to make it to be. They want it to be a gay black man shot white people, which is exactly what happened, but they want it to be a race issue, which, if you read his manifesto, or what I've seen of his manifesto, he seemed more like he liked to play the victim than he liked to play the race card. He liked to say other people were racist to him, but nowhere in his manifesto said he was a racist. So when this trends into me, and I see people like Fox News, and I see people like Mike Huckabee on the TV wanting to turn this in to something it's not. You know what these guys want to turn this into? They want white Republicans want to be able to point their finger and be like, that's the black Dylan Roof. Plain and simple. I'm going to call it like a motherfucker see it. They want this to be a race issue. Other than, you picked on me, I'm tired of this, I'm just mentally fucking unstable. That's what they want it to be. And this is not the issue of this altogether. I just wanted to point that out to go into my next issue. My next issue is guns. For most people know, I am a Libertard. Libertard. And I got that way from experience, not by choice. The reason I say that is because, like, the things I align myself with happens to fall into the liberal movement, but I feel like I have a free thought. I don't like to label myself because in that free thought, I can decide for myself what policies I like and don't like. I don't go to somebody based on a name. If they have something I don't like, I try to pick the lesser of the two evils. With that little thing aside, let's talk about gun control. For most of you know, I am an advocate of guns. I enjoy guns. I own a lot of guns. I mean, at my height, I own something like 30. I currently own something like 12. And owning so many guns and enjoying so many guns automatically doesn't make me a mass killer. But it also doesn't make me an advocate for everybody to have a gun. Hold up here before your head explodes. Don't be like, oh, he's trying to be like Obama. He's trying to take my guns. No, I'm not trying to take your guns. I like guns just as much as the next person like guns. I love guns. I love shooting guns. I love the way they make you feel. They make you feel powerful. But I also don't like the fact that they have no regulations on them. Well, what do you mean? What do you mean no regulations? Let's look at it in the form of a car. One of the outstanding things you hear people talk about all the time is cars kill more people than guns, which is true. And why don't you treat guns like cars? You know, because it looks like everybody has access to them. Why don't you treat guns like cars? What do you have to do to get a car in America? You have to take a class. You have to pass a written test. You have to take an obstacle course test. I'm using the word obstacle course to make it sound like it's bigger than it is, but a road test. You have to take a road test with a police officer, and then that person has to sign your name off. At least in South Carolina, I don't know if it's everybody. In South Carolina, a police officer rides with you. There's one at the DMV. And they have to pass you off. And then, if you want to drive, you got to maintain some sort of insurance on your car. Let's flip it over to guns. Something that's just as deadly. Something that can be used irresponsibly. But what do you have to do to own a gun? You have to pass a background check, and you have to be of a certain age. All right. As I said before, I've owned 30 firearms in my life, 30 plus firearms. I lost count. I've traded, I've sold, I've done multiple times. Most of my firearms are really cheap World War II replicas or actual authentic World War II rifles. But owning this many firearms, I've took somewhere along the lines of probably 20 or so background checks. I've passed them all. And this is coming from a person that had social phobia. In my life, I was diagnosed with social phobia. And that right there didn't deter me from actually getting a firearm. I have no prison record. I've never been in trouble with the law. Any major trouble. Traffic violations, at school zone bullshit and stuff like that. I've never been in major trouble with the law. I'm usually a person that's to myself. I'm a homebody. So I'm pretty much clear, okay to go. They didn't check to see if I was stable. They didn't check that there was no tests I had to take. I didn't have to prove I was going to use the firearm on a well-educated level. They didn't even know if I could use the firearm. My first rifle I bought was a Remington 700. It was a synthetic stock, 7mm belted Magnum. I still have that rifle today. I call it Samantha. The very first rifle, I bought it from Walmart. And when I bought it in Walmart, they wouldn't sell me the ammunition with it. So what happened is they had a guy walk me to the front door. They handed the rifle in the box to me at the front door. I went and put it in my truck, walked back in, and I bought the ammunition for it. That was the regulation. They put it in there. Why did I buy that rifle? The first rifle I bought was I was getting really into Call of Duty 4, and I really liked the R700 in Call of Duty 4 because I was like, Ghost Warrior, sniper, Ghost Warrior. And I really wanted a Remington 700. That's where I first started getting into it. And it's because of the video games I was playing. It's not because I wanted to kill people or shoot people. I owned a 1022 at the time, but that was a gift. I'm talking about the very first weapon I bought. And I really wanted a big, powerful hunting rifle. And the first time I got it, I started playing with the slide. It would be probably another 4 years before I actually shot the thing. And after that fact, it would probably be another, not 4 years after that, but in that time period, 4 years, 3 months or so before I actually took precautions to learn how to use it safely, how to store it, how to put the lock on it, things of that nature. And nobody gives a shit. When you see somebody, when you see people wanting better gun control, this is what we're talking about. Well, this is what they're talking about. They're not trying to talk about taking guns out your hands. I don't want to take guns out of anybody's hands. I don't want to break the Constitution. There's a reason why we have to have guns. There's a reason why it's a mandate in the Constitution for us to have guns, and it isn't for hunting. It's for tyrannical governments. That's the reason it's there. But you can be responsible with it. And that's what most people are doing. And the reason that people fight back tooth and nail because of this is because of gun manufacturers. This country has been at war almost every year of its existence. And the people that mainly exist or mainly benefit from people buying multiple guns like me or wars are people like Winchester, are people like Remington, are people like, Sig Sauer. These are the people that really benefit from these weapons, and they buy politicians to keep the requirements low. What's to say I wasn't just wanting a rifle that I played with in Call of Duty? What's to say that, I got picked on and now I had a high-powered weapon capable of piercing body armor? All of a sudden, I'm a liability. Turns out I wasn't, but they didn't know that. They just sold me the rifle. Why? Because they wanted to sell. Remington put a little bit more profit in their pocket. I got the rifle I wanted, and there was no safeguard against it. Here's the thing with people snapping and why it's bad to have people around guns and allow them to snap. Because when you hit that emotional standard or that emotional benchmark that makes you want to take somebody else's life, it's hard to do it physically. It's hard to physically beat somebody to death if you're an average build guy. It's hard to get yourself to the point where you're choking a guy and be like, I'm going to take his life and I'm going to do it. You have to think about that, but it's easy to pull a trigger. And no, extra regulations. Let's say you put every regulation in play. Let's say you implemented a system where you had to have insurance on guns, because that right there would be a deterrent for me. I don't want to pay insurance on my guns. Why? Because I can't afford it. But say you put in insurance on guns and you offer a buyback program. Buyback program sounds like you're taking guns out of people. No, it's optional. You give people the option that you'll buy their guns back at 2/3 of the original price or something like that. And you pay for that through the insurance program. So you take the insurance program, which goes into a fund that deals with crises and people's families that are torn apart by if your gun was get stole. Like say somebody broke in my house and they stole my gun, whatever it is, shotgun, and they go out and they kill 3 people with it. Well, that insurance that I carried on my gun would pay for their family's funeral, cost, hurt, neglect, along with everybody else. It's kind of like a form of responsibility that if you have these weapons that are capable of doing major harm and maiming people, that you be responsible with them, just like a car. When you get in a car, you got to have car insurance. Why? Because you might hit somebody else. You might kill them. You might put them in a hospital, and you might not be able to afford it. So that lets you have that extra level of responsibility. And guns should have that too. But you also should offer a buyback program for people that might have a bunch of guns they don't want. They come on hard times. Instead of selling them to a pawn shop or a gun show where you don't have background checks, you sell them back to the government. Now the government can regulate them. They can take guns out of the actual circulation, just like money. Government burns money. They also burn guns. And this will slowly trickle down and eliminate some of the 300 million guns that are actually in the United States. And even with all that in play, you can still buy guns. You can still you can still have background checks. You can still pass it. You have a class that you take, and during that class, you register your gun. You take the class. You get your license done up, and now you own a gun. So if you really want a gun to hunt, there you go. There's your avenue. You're allowed to have it. You're allowed to keep it. Nobody can stop you from doing it. But it comes with monetary gains. And you're like, well, it's free now. But I mean, it's just like having a car. People that really want guns will do it. And that's a deterrent, because like you got to have deterrence in every wake of life. If everything was easy to do, let's say becoming a doctor. I know this is a bad example, but if becoming the doctor was like a two-step program, everybody be a doctor. It'd be like Dr. Wilson, Dr. Bowers, Dr. this, Dr. What were you, Doctor Bullshit? No, it's hard. It's time-consuming. The tasks are arduous for a reason. If you really want it, you go through all these tasks to get it. And that kind of weeds out the crazies. Because if you go into a classroom and, you act like a psychopath or a manic depressant or things like this, and you take this class, be it however long the class takes, a week, 8 hours, whatever it might be, it gives you more chances to weed out people that might not be responsible gun owners. But even then, people are going to slip through the cracks. But if it saves one life, it's worth it. I'm all for owning guns. I'm all for people being grandfathered into the guns they have. But, at some point, you got to take the responsible thing and not the fiscal. And that's my stand on guns in general. And when you have things like this, which is sad, you have a guy that played the victim his whole life, was upset at people, shot 2 people that might have done him wrong, and one person that just happened to be interviewed that day, shot him dead. He couldn't have beat them all to death, but I'm not advocating for him to not have a gun. The reason is because I see the other side of it too. I see that, a 60-year-old man can't protect his wife when three 20-year-old men break into his home. You get old. You're not always a physical specimen. You're not always the best UFC fighter in the world. Some people never learn how to fight. Shit, I'm one of them. I've never learned how to fight. And you also need it for deterrence. You also need it for your government and things of that nature. And yes, criminals will still get them in the system that I just magically created. But if there's less guns on the street, there's less guns for them to get. And it's not as crazy as what people were like. I don't know. I'm ranting at this point. But I heard a fucking rant back when there was a mass shooting. And the guy I think this was in Louisiana. A guy got up and shot 3 people. I've forgotten the number of people he shot, but he got up in theater, shot 3 people. And the first thing I seen was I think it was Bobby Jindal stood up and goes, if concealed carry was allowed in the theater, if concealed carry was allowed in theaters? So come on, here, this scenario. This is coming from a guy. I can shoot. I own guns. I've been around guns since I was 10. I'm not terrified of them. I can shoot. I don't know if I could shoot under pressure, but I could shoot. If I had to step up in a theater, let's say I had my 1911 with me, and this guy gets up and starts opening fire. And then in a black theater now that's got loud stereo sound, the theaters get loud, so he's opening fire, people are screaming, running, panicking. I'm going to pull my pistol out. And let's say 2 other guys pull their pistol out. Now there's 4 guys with their pistol out, randomly firing while people's trying to run for exits. This is the answer? That's not the answer, dude. The answer is you catch that motherfucker through a system or a filter system as best as possible and pick up the pieces afterwards. That's the only system that you can have. We have 300 million plus guns in this country. We're not getting rid of them. There's no going to be Obama's going to take our guns. It's not going to happen. They'll do a buyback program, but legally they're not going to come in and force the guns out of your hands. But that's not the fucking answer. And if you look at the way law enforcement's going, the less guns on the streets, the more credibility they have to not be as violent. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Let's have a conversation.
It's fun. I'll put it that way. I can't say that about Call of Duty in a long time, but it's fun.
Did it say that I was ruined with the Annihilator for anyone else at the loading screen? I picked gravity spikes this round, but for me it said I was ruined with the Annihilator. It looks like I have gravity spikes though.
Securing Alpha.
I'm pulling out the Razorback.
That would have been a funny little glitch.
Razorback's the best gun in the game.
Yeah, the Razorback is like the sweaty weapon.
Oh, here we go.
Securing Bravo.
See that
Whoa,
one?
where'd he come from?
Probably fucking wall ran the whole way there.
Losing Bravo.
B.
He had to come from B.
Friendly
Watch
UAV
out,
inbound.
suppressed.
Fuck off my B flag,
Losing
motherfucker.
B.
Another motherfucker on B.
Damn.
Oh no! Why did you do that? Like I didn't want a wall run for me.
Losing
Yeah,
B.
you like have to be at like a perfect 90-degree angle to the wall for it to fucking want a wall run.
Well, don't worry, your boy Wings got on the board. 1 and 3, baby. Have no fear.
Ah, motherfucker.
The angel of death.
UAV inbound.
Come on,
Losing
outsider.
Bravo.
You fucking bullshit.
Oh, motherfucker.
Okay,
Enemy has B.
it's getting a little too hot for your boy Jordie's taste right there.
I'm really loving the slide feature.
It's awesome.
No! Oh, I got fucking killed while I was gravity spiking. God damn it. I got war machine while I was gravity spiking. That's fucking
Watch out,
amazing.
Bullshit.
What the fuck? Oh,
Be
wait,
advised.
that ain't my B
Hostile
flag.
UAV
I gotta take my B
incoming.
flag back, motherfucker.
Securing Bravo.
Ah,
Bravo locked down.
nice, nice.
Losing Bravo.
Thanks.
Losing Bravo.
Okay, I'm flanking.
We lost Bravo.
Ah,
UAV awaiting orders.
get on B.
That was a good try, too. Thanks.
Oh, he glitched out of my fucking gravity spike. I'm not spiking very well.
You gotta give him props. At least he used the glitch right. Fucking love the Shiva, dude.
Thunder ready for deployment.
Securing D.
Alright, I'm on B. Someone wanna cover me?
I got Rolling Thunder going across B.
Ah, too late.
Securing B. Losing Alpha.
Here with you.
Bravo
I got
secure.
Alpha.
Hell yeah.
No, kitty.
No.
Hostile UAV spotted.
Motherfucker.
Dude, I can't win a gunfight.
Oh, wow. War Machine took me out. You got a guy here?
I think I'm gonna be playing Ruin too much in the future. I don't really like this guy that much.
Losing Bravo.
Inform, ruin, kill.
He's down. He's down.
Enemy down.
Motherfucker looking at me through a wall.
Armor passive.
To your right, to your right, to your right.
Stand by.
Threat down.
In the turn, sensors are capturing your
And that's how we do it. Get ready for the next round.
Tango down. Tango down.
Halftime. Secure the objectives. Securing Charlie. Enemy has A.
This is crazy.
Charlie locked down.
Alright, I just like ran in the
Securing
mid,
B.
gotta drop a fucking triple on him. So B should be basically ours.
I'm holding.
Except then we just got pushed right
Securing
the fuck
Bravo.
out.
Threat neutralized.
What is this?
Hellstorm awaiting orders.
Armor.
B secure.
KIA.
Friendly UAV inbound.
Neutralized.
Burning Thunder on standby.
Oh!
Inform. Outrider kill.
Uh-oh, where'd I put it?
Hellstorm inbound.
Good enough.
Pro tip. If you have Rolling Thunder and you die while it's out there, it's going wherever you were at.
UAV inbound.
That's good to know.
Optimal fire solution achieved.
I love how fast things can get fucking
UAV
on grenades,
inbound.
brings back the World at War with that
UAV
fucking
ready for
throwback
docking.
start. This is just
In the
fucking fun to
turn,
do, people.
sensors are capture your objective.
Threat null.
Hellstorm awaiting orders.
Threat down.
UAV energy levels at 50%.
Wow. Literally.
Request assigned.
Ah, you glitched the fuck away, too.
Thanks for the work, UAV departing AO.
Motherfucker.
All locations secured. Maintain current posture. Losing C. Enemy took C.
Catch fighting.
Friendly
I
UAV
think that
inbound.
someone is trying to kill me. Infecting my mind and destroying my brain. No man of
Losing A.
flesh could ever stop me.
Securing C.
The hunt for this fish is a hunt for the dust.
Neutralized.
Securing C. Hostile UAV above. UAV inbound.
B, he's pushing up, he's not taking B. These guys don't even give a fuck about the flags.
Losing B.
Oh! I didn't realize suppress died.
UAV inbound.
Dude, my lag I can't win a gunfight because of lag.
Alpha.
There's a guy with 400 ping on our team. And he's in third.
Losing B. Securing Charlie.
Hey,
How the fuck?
Losing B.
90.
Nice kills.
UAV awaiting orders.
Losing Alpha.
Sensors are capture your objective.
Enemy has Alpha.
Hellstorm on standby.
Midway. UAV fuel
61.
check complete.
Securing C.
Backup. Hellstorm.
Charlie secure.
I almost hit the 50 mark there.
I was going for MVP.
Nope. Shock tester.
Black Ops at work. It's a beautiful thing.
all victory conditions met.
Get your shit together.
If you consider patrolling 4 square feet a patrol, then I guess, yeah. And there's nothing to say. There's nothing to say. I should run out and be a man. Run out and be a man. I want you to run as fast as you can. Let's do it. Let's do it. Fine. Then let me throw some hand grenades on my guy and we'll see how you do.
I was about to do real.
Double up them too.
Let's see how we do now.
Well, hello, my friends, my brother from another mother. How you doing today? You know, I ran into me some shit talkers on Ghost last night. How's about that shit? You know what? It's been a minute since I seen a shit talker, and I guess the PlayStation finally came through for me and added the TV amplifier option, so you can see all the butthurt in 1080p 60 glory and not give a fuck about it. Here's what they did. They doubted your boy. How the hell could they doubt your boy? But they did. They doubted your boy. One of the things I've gotten better at is I used to think that I had hit my peak as a Call of Duty player because, you know, obviously the older you get, the worse your reactions get. But one thing that you kind of learn as you get older is wisdom. And wisdom has taught me how to be a much more valuable player in the terms of cutting the pie, making sure that I'm looking at the right angles to get the gunfights, and how people think. That's something that's very important to my gameplay, is how people think. You'll see it very well in this gameplay, how I bait people with the submachine gun, how I'm using the corners to my advantage, how I'm giving them very little to see so I have first shot. Love Ghost. Love Ghost. The only thing I don't like about Ghost is the kill streaks, but let's talk about something entirely else. Go ahead and watch this masterpiece, as I call it, the Strike Out Massacre. I know that's fucking stupid as shit, but you know, it is what it is. I'm just going to do this video because fuck it, I ain't done a video in a while. I figured I'd fill you guys in on life a little bit. I've been streaming a lot, if you haven't noticed. I have a Twitch channel. It's in the description. I know that description has never changed, and I'm planning on changing it here soon, but I do have a Twitch channel, and I've been streaming more than often this month. But I've been doing mainly streaming for a while, and I've been trying to just get by until November because Black Ops 3 is going to do wonders for my channel. I know it's probably not going to launch me to like this massacre superstardom like Modern Warfare 2 did, but I'm sure it's going to bring some people back, and I'm going to be doing better than normal. And also, a game I'm really looking forward to, Fallout 4. There's only like one game I'm looking more forward to than Fallout 4, and that's the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Maybe even the Resident Evil 2 remake. The games of my childhood. My childhood's in full nostalgia right now. But last night, my hard drive, my Hitachi hard drive, finally kicked the bucket. And with that, I lost all my Battlefield 3 beta footage. And I lost the last gameplay of me and Eddie playing Resident Evil that we finally recorded. So I'm going to have to actually re-record that with him eventually. And, but luckily, I had foresight. I seen it coming. I had a Seagate 3TB hard drive ready to go. So I installed my Seagate and I installed my 250 solid state drive this morning. Put my computer back together. That's what I've been doing most. That's what I did most of yesterday, and that's why I was pretty much inactive. But hopefully, I'm going to go back to a Dear Diary type channel for a while, where I've just kind of vent and talk about life and in general, and how I'm feeling about life. Mainly because I feel like one of the things that really slowed the video production now was I wanted every video to be almost perfect. I wanted something that people would come to continually, and something about me actually resonated. Well, something about that actually resonated in me, and people don't really care about knock home run videos every time. Even doing the best commentary style videos that you possibly can do, consistency is what gains the viewership. And like, if I looked at what I do different now, because I consider right now my videos I make at this point in my life are much better than any of the videos I made when I was popular. And popular mean by view count, when I was getting 8 million views a month. But the only thing that's different is consistency. I used to do 3 to 4 videos a day, and people could come here and guarantee they would have at least 40 minutes of Wings of Redemption every time they got out from school or got off work or whatever they wanted to do. And I think that's something I should probably be pushing more towards than just trying to do videos that appeal to a lot of people and let them enjoy it. I mean, obviously you can. It doesn't have to be an on or off type of thing. You can do enjoyable videos that people do, but on a consistent basis. But, you know, so I've been recording Ghost, and I've been trying to play Ghost, and, you know, not many of my friends still have Ghost. I'm one of those motherfuckers that still have this game. And I'm sure a lot of people still have this game on PS4. I'm sure other people bought the game digitally. But, yeah, been really enjoying Ghost. Don't really like Advanced Warfare. And I think the main reason I hate Advanced Warfare, but I like Black Ops 3, is the footsteps, to be perfectly honest. When I can have a way, so I have anxiety problems, obviously. And when I can hear footsteps and I don't have to use my eyesight to cover my back, it makes me a much more confident player, and it allows me to play a style more that I'm used to. And I think that's the hate I have for Advanced Warfare. But the video's coming to an end now. I just want to do a quick up. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Shit talkers getting ruined.
Look at the 17 and old beach just camping. No, he's not. He's just fucking camping. He ain't no fucking strong player. He's sitting in a building. Oh my god, fuck off. God, seriously, stop fucking camping.
What up? Hello, everybody. Your boy got him upset. And I seen all the tears in my comment section yesterday, too. Let me go and address some of these things in the comment section, because why the fuck not? This is Dear Diary motherfucking time. I'm going to say what's on my mind. A lot of people are against camping in any form or fashion. But the fact is, if you watch my gameplay, you realize I don't have to camp. If you watch my Black Ops 3 beta footage, you realize I don't have to camp. I play the game how the game is dictated to be played. I try to play smart, not dumb. That's how I play every game, from Dragon Age to, you know, Call of Duty to Pillars of Eternity to everything is. I try to play the game to the best of my ability. And even though my best of my ability is not always the greatest in the world, I do attempt to play it at the highest level I can possibly achieve. And no, I'm not fucking Scumper Jumper over here. I'm not going to fucking go out here and be an anchor for some MLG team. But, you know, gosh darn it, I'm not going to be a motherfucker on the team that's going to be like, man, if we didn't have that Wings motherfucker, we would have won, you know. I mean, yeah, obviously, that's going to happen every now and then. You're going to have a bad game. Everybody puts a bad game together. But to criticize somebody's style because of what you're doing is dumb. Because here's the argument that most people make in public Call of Duty lobbies, and everybody knows what the fuck the argument is. And I had this argument with the guy the other day, and I put it on the thing. You didn't hear my side of it, but he goes, quit camping, man, quit camping. I go, dude, killing campers is easy. I know I can do it myself. And if I don't kill a camper myself, it's because I know he has the advantage. Like, for example, if a motherfucker's top Gina with an IED and a thermal M27, I might not fuck with him. I might tell my team, like, hey guys, let's not fuck with the dude in the top Ginas, or you might have to try to snipe him out when he pokes his head out the window. That's how you beat that guy. Or you throw a grenade in there. But if a smart camper, he might have a trophy system. It all depends on how prepared he is for that situation. But to sit there and criticize a person and tell them to change the way they play because the way they playing is not conducive with you doing well, you're asking them to let you win. That is exactly what you're doing. You're going, hey dude, let me win at this game. I can't beat you in your current style, so I'm going to try to degrade your style and make you change regardless. No, I'm not going to play bad. I'm not going to play worse than I'm capable of doing just because you want to have a better game. No, that's not how that's going to happen. What's going to happen is I'm going to use all the tools they give me because they nerf camping every fucking game. One of the reasons people hate Ghost is that it's boring. They hate Ghost because they gave campers some of their tools back. Call of Duty 4, World at War, things like that, I butchered people. I straight butchered people. Go back and check my motherfucking KDs. World at War, 5.28. Fucking Call of Duty 4, 3.87. Fucking Modern Warfare 3.15. Both platforms. Butchered people. And then you got games like Modern Warfare, I think I had a 3.15 Modern Warfare 3 too, but like games like Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2, they took the footsteps out. They kind of hindered camping a little bit. They made Bounce and Betty's dodgeable. They made Claymores not as good. But, you know, I'm still rocking a 2.5. Advanced Warfare, rocking a 2.5. You know, Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3, I'll probably rock a 3.5 again. Mainly because it has footsteps in it. It gives me tools to be able to use all my senses to able to play. Hell, I'm a 3KD player on motherfucking Battlefield. Don't believe my bitch asses? Good, because that's a motherfucking lie. But regardless of what motherfuckers might say, I just try to play the best I can possibly play. And I don't know why people get so butthurt about this, especially since people come to my channel. I've been doing YouTube now. I'm starting on my 8th fucking year. 8 years. I've almost been doing YouTube a decade. And to look at it like this and to say that, you know, why you can't... My fucking LLC is called Intense Camping Productions. I've camped from day one till day end. It's just my style of play. I enjoy it. I enjoy making people upset. I enjoy seeing people get on tilt. I enjoy killing a motherfucker 7 goddamn times. I honestly do. How many people remember this motherfucking video?
Tango down.
Securing C. C secure.
Recon standing by.
Bravo secure.
Changing mag.
UAV online.
Target neutralized.
Losing A. Friendly Predator missile inbound. Sentry gun on the way. Losing A. We lost Alpha. Friendly Harriers inbound.
That was deep-rooted when Call of Duty had a very bad revenge spawn system. And if you're looking at the gameplay here, if you're paying any attention to it, you notice I'm losing this motherfucking game. And I'll put this game up for a solid point. That I'm not the one that's killing my team right now. I'm not. I'm doing my best. I'm trying to pick them off. I'm trying to win. I'm trying to get the best KD spread possibly can, because I know that most people on my team don't pay attention. They don't play hard. They're getting off work. They don't really care, or they don't even have the mental, the capability. I mean, it comes in all shapes and forms and lights. But to sit there and criticize somebody because of a play style because it doesn't benefit you is fucking childish. I'm going to put it out there. I don't need to camp. I don't. Would I have a 3KD if I ran around? Probably not. But would I have a 2? Fuck yes, I'd have a 2. I mean, like, I'd easily be a 2, like a 2.3. But I enjoy playing a certain way. I enjoy getting good KD spreads. I enjoy using the big kill streaks. I enjoy a tactical element of a game. You want to know what a game that would actually get me to sit down and play it for a while? A game that requires thinking. That's why I play RPGs so much. Even though RPGs are more like skill-based checks than it actually is Twitch shooting and things like that, they require thinking. Like, do I put my tank with this amount of armor, or do I go dodge on my tank here? Do I put dexterity, or do I put constitution? You could just try different things out, and I enjoy that. It gives me a sense of fulfillment at the end of the day. Just like right here, I'm using the Bison, the submachine gun, and oh my god, I'm not rushing with the submachine gun. Well, in my head, I'm thinking, well, the submachine gun is very good at close range. What I'll do is I'll stay in areas where the close range is going to be most beneficial. So I'll beat most assault rifles. I'll try not to use lines of sight that the assault rifles are going to defeat me on. And I'm not trying to be a jack of all trades. See, that right there is a mindset. it's all it is. It's a mindset. Most people go in wanting the best weapon to cover the best amount of ground, and Call of Duty has those weapons. This game is the Remington, top 5. Advanced Warfare is the bow. Me, I prefer to use a weapon that gives me a situation or a play style. For example, if I use a shotgun, I have to play a certain way. If I use a rifle, I have to play a certain way. If I use a sniper, I have to play a certain way. Everybody has a try-hard gun. Doing well with the try-hard gun doesn't make you better as a player, at least in my book. It's always what makes a good player in my eyes is somebody that's willing to take one for the team, somebody that's willing to put themselves out there ahead of others, and someone that's willing to adapt to their situation. And people that run and rush every game don't adapt to their situation. People that limit themselves to a certain play style don't adapt to their situation. And I understand it's not by choice. Most people rushing is not a choice. Most people have this ADHD-like instinct that they always have to be moving. And I understand that, and that's okay. That's how you're going to play the game. But quit criticizing campers. Seriously? There's nothing wrong with camping. People that want to bash camping in the comment section are people that can't control their own bodies. I'm going to put it this way. If you can't sit still in a video game for 2 minutes, how the fuck are you ever going to sit in a waiting room? How are you ever going to go to work? Like all these things that require you to sit and do monotonous tasks over and over again. Here's a fun fact. The majority of jobs out there are you standing in a fucking assembly line looking at something, doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. That's what the end result of life is. To sit there criticize camping. Look at it. I'm 29-7. Everybody on my team is negative, but me. But Wings, what could you have done? I don't know what the fuck I could have done to made that game stronger. I almost dropped half the team's kills. But that's my little rant on anti-campers. Fuck y'all and your motherfucking mama. Sometimes I wish your mama wouldn't have got fucked, but that's just my feelings towards it. I'm just saying you should have been swallowed. Peace.